It's been over 2,170 to see why. Christ is the last out of who fulfills God's ideal relationship with humanity instead of being caught himself. Climate change is a serious problem for Earth. The Earth is aging, and the Sun is attracting its own energy, and the Earth travels closer and closer. The year is 2123, and to see why century year and 100 years before we see. Elon Musk, a cellular phone engineer, has developed Android app that makes the international merchant exchange an international hit. He became a billion almost overnight, and he began to detailing underground travel ports to solve the issues of long-distance driving at a higher rate and cost to join. United States interstate vehicle traveling distances between great cities, between the states a short distance to travel. His ideas emerged in underground traffic interchange, although the United States climate change was only his, beginning to solve a serious problem for Southern California residents. It was increasing, becoming known to the government to see the climate change and measure that over time it was going to become very hard to live in the Southern California city of Los Angeles area as it was now the year 2194. To see why a city transient would finally become built an underground highway for people traveling long distances throughout the United States, where large cities could be connected to through a state-line international traffic travel way. Musk was also the CEO, owner, and founder of the Tesla automobile manufacturing plant and other large communication systems throughout Southern California. He invented what was known 100 years ago as the first non-occupant driving automobile that drives itself, with no human driver behind the wheel, for his long-distance travelways were to be mostly underground the plant's surface grid because it was more safe as well as faster to commute people. Escaping Earth as Southern California, hot climate, because it seemed to everyone there was a definite change in weather records. It was changing, and it was getting hot upside the surface ground. Only the lower-class people still live upside, and the homeless lived in vacancy sewer dwellings and the left-behind mountain homes. California residents over the last 100-year timeline recorded as computer and cellular communication began taking over for intermediate personal and business. Commuting food and resource supplies were all stored in factory warehousing that was also mostly all underground, with homeless leading to the upside ground. Level venting closed businesses during the global coronavirus attack pandemic years from 2021 and 22 as oxygen ducts that exchanged good air with the bad. Where this was leading the planet's civilization, nobody really knew. But things were getting worse in the upper ground level, where it was getting hotter and hotter. The International Space Program, which was another venture and business of Elon Musk, was becoming backed by the upper class for those who wanted to escape the planet climate change. Earth seems to be coming closer to the sun, and people knew it, and space travel predictions were pointing to the planet Mars. The moon was becoming the legendary plan that would be occupied by the rich, and the middle class were becoming the minority working class. I mean, who needed to work to go on and on to these far-distance community reserves? How all this was going to end up, nobody really knew. Over a third of the people were now to be living off-world on these two small planets, and further planet communes were being developed to be altered from the hush-hush of the federal government. Elon Musk was a futurist. He invented a global international marketing tool and put it on the market for its value. Afterwards, the investors made a market buy-in with an upcoming marketer and put the two inventions together. Today, this computer enterprise is California's top marketing firm, Amazon, that changed the world. It made marketing of goods and supplies an international computer marketing enterprise of goods for sale and combined it with a marketing pay tool for currency worldwide. Everything now was through the internet. The buying and selling of products at an international scale throughout the world internet. All this happened in about 18 years. First the computer, then the payload application for currency, then came Elon Musk, who invented the international marketing tool for computerized supply and goods. I am an author of a new theory in advanced physics. The quantum physics theory basically is an extension to and already designed or reinvented theoretical ideas of the past. From the column of all theoretical physics, their accumulation of over time. From Isaac Newton and a lot of others, but they all lay from Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, and Erwin Hubble in the 20th century. In the last 100 years, Albert Einstein in 1905 and 1015 published two theories. The first was his theory and his idea of how it would be like to travel at the speed of light. So he got into an imaginary ship and told his story about traveling at light speed and all the predicaments involved with all the hurdles, or let's say obstacles, and he published a 120-page book. In 1915, he took his theoretical idea, or fable, he wrote in Special Relativity. His 21st Bazaar of Greek Standard Dairy and Gold General Relativity brought him, he visualized the formula equations, and came up with a universe vacuum of space, stars, galaxies, and the speed of light that surveyed from the literature of Sir Isaac Newton, where this English physicist from England, in 1667, publishes his life story as well as the century's latest book about gravity. But it was Albert Einstein who theoretically put together the equations for light to be his fable, which in special relativity became the basis of a light constant. And that is the speed of light throughout the universe is the mathematical constant of the stars. The idea that nothing can exceed the speed of light in the universe is trapped in a dark energy, dark matter vacuum of space and cannot exceed any velocity faster than the speed of light. Stephen Hawking in 1994 went on to say that the universe was trapped in a bubble in his talks when we talk about universe creation. We can go into Newton's universal laws and a lot of other theories for the value to remove them. Until then, we have Edwin Hubble, which world research is an expanding universe. A discovery made 10 years after Albert Einstein publishes a general relativity. Are you a content creator, a marketer, or a writer? Do you ever find yourself staring at a blank page, struggling to come up with fresh ideas or the right words? What if I told you there's a secret weapon that can supercharge your creativity and productivity, and it's already being used by top professionals? This isn't just about AI. It's about a specific powerful technique called the Quality Prompt Technique, or QPT. So, what exactly is QPT? Think of it like this. If AI is a super smart assistant, QPT is the art of asking it the right questions to get exactly what you need. It's the difference between saying, write an article about space and, as a professional astrophysicist writing for a popular science magazine, craft a 500-word article explaining the concept of wormholes to a general audience. Use a captivating storytelling style and include a simple analogy to make the concept easy to understand. See the difference? The first is vague. The second is a high-quality prompt that gives the AI clear direction, role, context, and constraints. Mastering QPT can fundamentally change your workflow. Instead of spending hours brainstorming, you can generate dozens of high-quality ideas in minutes. Instead of fighting writer's block, you can have a first draft ready in seconds. leaving you more time for the crucial tasks of editing, refining, and adding your unique human touch. This isn't about replacing your creativity, it's about amplifying it. It allows you to focus on strategy and big-picture thinking, while the AI handles the heavy lifting of initial content generation. Getting started with QPT is easier than you think. Begin by being specific. Define the audience, the tone of voice, the format, and the goal of your content. Give the AI a role to play. Is it an expert, a comedian, a friendly guide? The more detail you provide, the better the output will be. Experiment with different formulas and structures. Keep a swipe file of prompts that worked well for you. The key is to practice and refine your approach. You'll quickly learn how to craft prompts that deliver amazing results every time. So, are you ready to stop struggling and start creating more effectively? Dive into the world of the quality prompt technique. It is the skill that will separate the average content creator from the exceptional one in the age of AI. Start experimenting today and watch your productivity and creativity soar to new heights. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on leveraging AI to become a better creator. See you in the next one. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered about the fundamental nature of the universe? We're familiar with everyday phase transitions, like water freezing into ice or boiling into steam. But what if I told you that the universe itself might have undergone similar, but far more exotic, transformations at the quantum level? These are called quantum phase transitions, or QPTs, and they could hold the key to understanding some of the biggest mysteries in cosmology. Unlike the phase transitions we see daily, which are driven by temperature, quantum phase transitions happen at absolute zero. Instead of heat, the driving force is a change in a physical parameter, like pressure or a magnetic field. Imagine tuning a cosmic dial. At a specific point, the entire quantum state of a system can suddenly and dramatically change its properties and organization. This isn't just theory. Scientists have observed these transitions in special materials right here on Earth. So, how does this connect to the vastness of space? Some physicists believe that the very early universe, just moments after the Big Bang, was a turbulent sea of quantum fluctuations. It's possible that a quantum phase transition is what triggered cosmic inflation, the period of exponential expansion that smoothed out the universe and planted the seeds for the galaxies we see today. If this is true, the structure of everything we observe, from the largest galaxy clusters to the cosmic microwave background radiation, could be a relic of a QPT that occurred almost 14 billion years ago. Furthermore, QPTs might help us understand the nature of dark matter and dark energy, the mysterious components that make up about 95% of our universe. Perhaps dark energy isn't a constant force, but is instead related to a system on the verge of a quantum phase transition. It's an idea that could revolutionize our understanding of cosmic acceleration. The study of QPTs bridges the gap between the incredibly small world of quantum mechanics and the unbelievably large scale of the cosmos. It's a reminder that the deepest secrets of the universe might be hidden in the strange, wonderful rules of the quantum realm. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into cosmic mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more space and science content. See you next time. General Relativity's unique book in itself retains a cosmological constant. The universe is made up in its walk around its realm is trapped at the speed of light. The universe, velocity, matter, and mass energy are relevant to contents to all the obstacles of special relativity, made up by Albert Einstein. Everything I tell you here is my theoretical opinion to them, but it was Isaac Newton that established the average to even with his opinion with universal gravity, his obstacle to planet gravity. Einstein didn't coordinate in his design or in his ideas that it was that Earth has a certain gravity force, and that the space vacuum had a certain gravity force, and with that I designed a faster-than-light analogy and conveyed my idea. My idea is about faster than light speed than accordingly scientists will have in the 24th century. Well, you can and go at a fast speed based on the facts of great sciences, and the speed of light is the speed limit now. Einstein's idea about the universe itself is a steady state, and in another word, the whole world is based on this. The traveler's tale, I am made of light, or the speed of light is the velocity of light is the folktale story. That is the trap. We cannot exceed light speed, though he made situations and explain obstacles that tell why, and how, and what would happen if we travel faster than light speed as we do. We venture into the past, if we travel too fast, and or we will travel into the future. If we traveled just at the velocity of light, and if we did travel at the light speed limit, because we cannot exceed light speed, we would begin traveling into the future. Those were the basics of his inventions, and modern physics became enlightened by his gestures. Well, along came Erwin Hubble's discovery that the universe was expanding, and relative to Einstein's ideas of a steady-state universe, his cosmological constant became a folklore tale. Oh, too, if that was Erwin Hubble's discovery, was that the universe is expanding at a velocity faster than light. This theory in space travel, as well as planet travel, is chronologically based on the Earth science. Isaac Newton's 9.8 meters a second places space into an open-source boundary. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're embarking on a journey that's literally out of this world, but it starts right here in our own backyard. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what it would be like to get just a little bit closer to the stars? Well, what if I told you there's a place not too far from here that's dedicated to exactly that? We're talking about a local space field. Now, when you hear that, you might picture massive launch pads and rockets blasting off into orbit. And while that's part of the dream, the reality of what's happening locally is just as exciting and way more accessible. This isn't just about giant missions to Mars. It's about innovation, education, and building the future of space exploration, one step at a time. So what exactly goes on at a place like this? It's a hub of incredible activity. You've got brilliant engineers and scientists designing and testing next-generation satellite technology. These aren't just for looking at distant galaxies. They're the satellites that could improve our GPS, give us faster internet, and even help us monitor climate change with incredible accuracy. Think about small, efficient satellites being developed and tested right around the corner. But it's not all high-tech labs and clean rooms. A huge part of the mission here is education and inspiration. This space field is a place where the community can connect with the cosmos. They host amazing events, stargazing nights with powerful telescopes that let you see the rings of Saturn or the craters on the moon with your own eyes. They bring in guest speakers, actual astronauts and astrophysicists to share their incredible stories and answer your questions. Imagine taking your kids to a workshop where they can build and launch their own model rocket, learning about physics and aerodynamics in the most fun way possible. These are the experiences that spark a lifelong passion for science and discovery. It's about showing the next generation that a career in space isn't just a fantasy. It's a real possibility, and the journey can start right here. This field is also becoming a critical part of our local economy. It attracts brilliant minds and cutting-edge companies, creating jobs and fostering a culture of innovation. Startups are born here, developing everything from new types of rocket fuel to software that helps manage space traffic. It's like a little Silicon Valley, but for space. This synergy between research, business, and community is what makes our local space field so special and so vital to our region's growth. I recently got a chance to visit, and let me tell you, the energy is electric. You can feel the passion and the sense of purpose in everyone you meet. From the interns meticulously assembling a small satellite to the veteran engineers sketching out complex orbital mechanics on a whiteboard. Everyone is united by a shared dream to reach for the stars. It's just a reminder that human curiosity is boundless and that the biggest adventures often begin with a local initiative. So, the next time you're looking for something amazing to do, forget the usual spots. Check out the event schedule for our local space field. Go to a public viewing night, attend a lecture, or just take a tour. You'll not only learn something new, but you'll also feel that incredible sense of wonder and optimism about what's possible. It's a chance to be part of the future today. This is more than just a field with some interesting buildings. It's a gateway to the universe, and it's ours. Let's support it, celebrate it, and get inspired by it. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this cosmic journey, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures, and let me know in the comments if you've ever visited a space-related facility. See you in the next video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening right here, right now, in our own cosmic backyard. We're talking about space fields. Now, what exactly is a space field? It's not just the empty void between planets. Think of it as a dynamic, invisible landscape filled with forces, particles, and energy that shape everything in our universe. From the magnetic field that protects Earth from solar winds to the immense gravitational fields that keep galaxies from flying apart. These fields are the unsung heroes of the cosmos. So, let's start with something we're all familiar with, gravity. We experience it every single day, but what is it really? Albert Einstein described it as a curvature of space-time caused by mass and energy. Imagine placing a heavy bowling ball on a trampoline. It creates a dip, right? Now, if you roll a smaller marble nearby, it will curve and fall into that dip. That's a simple way to visualize a gravitational field. The sun, being massive, creates a huge dip in space-time, and all the planets, including Earth, are essentially rolling along the edge of that dip. It's this gravitational field that dictates the grand celestial ballet of our solar system. But gravity isn't the only player in the game. Let's talk about magnetic fields. Earth has its own powerful magnetic field, generated by the molten iron core deep within our planet. This field extends thousands of miles into space, creating a protective bubble called the magnetosphere. Why is this so important? Well, the sun is constantly blasting out a stream of charged particles called the solar wind. Without our magnetic field, this solar wind would strip away our atmosphere, making life on Earth impossible. When these charged particles interact with our magnetic field near the poles, they create the breathtaking auroras, the northern and southern lights. So next time you see a picture of those beautiful dancing lights, you can thank Earth's incredible magnetic space field. Now, let's zoom out to a galactic scale. Galaxies, like our own Milky Way, have their own massive magnetic fields. These fields are incredibly complex and much weaker than Earth's, but they are enormous, stretching across hundreds of thousands of light years. Scientists believe these galactic magnetic fields play a crucial role in star formation. They can guide the flow of gas and dust, helping it to clump together to form new stars and planetary systems. They also help to contain cosmic rays' high-energy particles that zip through the galaxy at nearly the speed of light. These galactic fields act like a cosmic traffic cop, directing the flow of matter and energy on an unimaginable scale. And what about the really mysterious stuff? We have to mention dark matter and dark energy. While they aren't fields in the traditional sense, they dominate the universe. Dark matter is the invisible stuff that provides the extra gravitational pull needed to hold galaxies together. We can't see it, but we know it's there because of its gravitational effects on visible matter. Dark energy, on the other hand, is the force believed to be causing the expansion of the universe to accelerate. These two components make up about 95% of the entire universe, and we're just beginning to scratch the surface of what they are. Unraveling their secrets could fundamentally change our understanding of space fields and the very nature of reality itself. From the force that keeps your feet on the ground to the invisible structures that shape entire galaxies, space fields are the fundamental fabric of our universe. They are the unseen architects of the cosmos, governing the motion of planets, the birth of stars, and the fate of the universe itself. The more we learn, the more we realize how interconnected everything is. Thanks for joining me on this cosmic journey today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures, and let me know in the comments what cosmic mystery you want us to explore next. See you in the next one.